Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Bridget, and today I'll be speaking about what no one says about working remotely as a Nigerian. For a young person that wants to work remotely, here are 5 things that you need to know. Firstly, you need to have a PC, that's a computer, a personal computer. You need to have a stable source of internet. You need to have a phone, a good browsing device. You need to have at least a very good background or a very good source of light. And then finally, you need to have stable power. You need to have stable power to effectively work remotely. Okay, so I just shared things you need to put in place if you want to get a remote job or if you want to work remotely as a Nigerian. However, a lot of times people don't say certain things about every device, all the devices that you need to work remotely. First on the list is you need to be aware that to work remotely as a Nigerian, there is need for constant power supply. Constant power supply. Constant power supply. This might include you getting solar source or power station, or ensuring that you have fuel in your gen just so that you can work effectively. Also, you need to have a stable source of internet, right? A very stable source with very high internet speed, just so that you are not logged out or you're not cut short of any meeting or any activity that you want to carry out. Having a very good background or a background that is free from noise is a non-negotiable for a Nigerian that wants to work remotely. And that's because, you most likely be connected to meetings, joining meetings. You have to join meetings, you have to make presentations sometimes, and you don't want to make presentations in a noisy place. So you need to get yourself a very good space, a very good workspace, and then you also need to get a very quiet environment, just so that when you're working, the noise in the background does not affect what you're doing. Okay, so you also want to know the time zone of where the work location that you are doing is. So say for somebody that works in Nigeria now, you know that, okay, you have 24 hours, there's 9 to 5, that's 8 a.m. to 9 to 5 p.m. in the evening. But then if you're working remotely, maybe you are, the company you're working with is in US, you need to find out their time zone, and sometimes you might have to stay late in the night. That's if you're using Nigerian time, you have to stay awake in the night, and then they'll be like the time zone for them there will be during the day. So you need to know, you need to put this into consideration when you want to take or you want to apply for a remote job. All right, so I also want to say that as a remote worker, there is need for you to be stationary at a particular place for a particular number of hours, right? So it's not a situation whereby you can say, oh, okay, you want to quickly go and get something, you want to quickly rush to maybe a friend's place, or you want to go and do something else, right, while working. There are usually applications that are set on your laptop even before you start, right, to track the number of hours that you work. So you want to ensure that where you are working, say your workspace, is safe, and then it is very comfortable as well. And then there are times when you might have to go out, like leave your comfort zone, just so that you can carry out your task at the right time and deliver them appropriately. Your PC, your devices, your phone has to be charged. I mean, there's no way you can work remotely without your devices being charged, right? So nobody will tell you that, okay, you need to charge your phone. You need to be online at least 12 hours in 24 hours of the day, right? So these are some of the cons that comes with working remotely as a Nigerian. So I have shared a few tips or things nobody says about working remotely as a Nigerian, and I hope you've learned one thing or the other. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.